What's going on, y'all? What it is, what it do, what's it gonna be? Alright, before we do anything, hit that subscribe button. And after the video, if you like the video, like it. And leave a comment. Tell me what you think about what we're talking about today. But before we continue, you are now in and locked in to the Spoon Fed Podcast, where we on a daily, if possible, if I have free time, I'm trying to give you knowledge on certain topics that can help you grow and glow if you know what you're doing. But today's topic for sure is how young adults can give themselves the best odds to succeed in life. This is very important. I think you should send this to at least 18-year-olds, even if you in your 30s, man. Like, some of this knowledge that I'm trying to give out is certain things that I learned throughout the years. Because I'm 37, real talk. I don't even probably look it if my bald head didn't give it away. But besides that, like, once I thought about certain things in the past that I've done, and I pretty much made a good amount of decisions. But if I could, I don't have no regrets really, because each mistake that I've done, I learned from it. And remember, you can't grow without making mistakes. But the whole thing is, I'm trying to peep game and show y'all certain game so you won't make the same mistakes as I did, so you get a jump start. And trust me, you ain't want to miss this, because there's certain things at 18 I wish I would have knew more definitively, because I'll be in a better situation. I have my feet kicked up. Yo, it is what it is, man. You know how it is, because it's just like certain things that you learn, you're like, damn, I wish I would have knew that before. But don't beat yourself up, man. We all go through it, and this is why we dropping important, informative information like this. But before we begin, we're going to go to today's sponsor, as always, Splash Clothing, that is, Splash Clothing NYC. I'm going to put the description below. And here we go. We got the Love is War t-shirt, short sleeve, as you see. Look, you got the heart connected to the grenade. Whew, this shit is hard, bro. And then on the side, you have Love is War. And you got war written in bullets. Whew, this is one of my favorite shirts, man, from Splash. Like, real talk, is smooth, sleek. I heard they coming out in different colors real soon. But this is our sponsor right here. But you can also check me out on Instagram, Spoon the World. And I'll put that in the description box too. You don't even have to worry. But let's begin. How young adults can give themselves the best odds to succeed in life. I'm going to start off from the beginning. Like, when I was younger, it's certain things that I did, like, especially when I was, like, leaving high school, right? The main thing is you try to formulate what you want to do in the future. But let me start from square one. The first thing you should do as a young adult, right? I'm talking about, say, if you're just getting out of high school, starting high school, but mainly getting out of high school. The first thing you should do is get a foundation. And what I mean get a foundation, either go to school, trust me, first finish high school. But after, when you're trying to figure out what you want to be, hopefully you can figure out what you want to do. But a lot of us don't know what we want to do, because the education system, you already know, is porous. It takes away your dreams. But we're not going to get into that. Not on this one. So the main thing is to get a foundation. Get a degree in school, or get a trade, a skill, because nobody can take that away. Because a lot of skills now, carpentry, engineering, automotive, plumbing, electrical, you can make money with those, man. Like, real talk. You can make a lot of money with that. Or open up a business. This is the best time to open up a business, because you're still at your parents' house. Hopefully. You know what I'm saying? If you're still at your parents' house, you could build that little business that you have, that idea, that dream that you had, and then you could work on it day by day while you have a part-time job. And that's the other thing that I'm getting to. Try to get a job to fund your business or your trade or your skill, or pretty much your schooling, so you can actually get ahead. And the reason why you should do that is because you ain't trying to depend on anybody else to help finance your dreams, your goals, even though your parents are supposed to help you. But as much, I live in New York City, so all of us don't have our parents in a great position to actually help us. So you have to have the fortitude to keep going to actually build your craft. The next best thing, and this is very important, and I got to thank my brother for this. Make sure your credit is good. Don't mess this up. Do not mess up your credit. Because remember, this corporation that we live in, America, if you don't understand, I'll just say it, country, but that's another topic as well. But this is a corporation. But make sure your credit is good. Because remember, you need your credit to buy a house, buy a car, and nowadays you need good credit because jobs check your credit. You know what I'm saying? So that's important. And on top of that, you need credit for damn near everything. Student loans, any type of loan. You know what I'm saying? You need your credit. Like, especially if you want to buy something and you don't have the money right away, credit goes a long way and it can save you money. It's not a game. And I'm going to break that down in a minute. Like, anytime you get a credit card, but say if you get credit cards when you're younger, only get 2 credit cards. The most is 3, but the max is try to get 2, especially at a young age, because creditors look at how much credit you have and your credit history. That's why it's always good to start credit early, because the earlier you get it, the better you'll be. And what I mean by getting it, you have to be responsible, meaning do not use the credit card. Trust me on this. Do not use the credit card if you don't have the money to pay off the bill. Trust me, I've been there. The interest rates will go sky high. And make sure you watch the interest rate. Don't get anything around like 20%, because the interest rate, the APR, is the interest rate. Meaning, if you don't pay that bill in full, it's going to be 20% added to that. That's how the creditors keep you in debt. So trust me on that. So if you get a credit card, good, pay it off. And remember, good credit score is 700. Your main goal is to get to 700 and above. 700 to 740 and above. Because the higher you go, the lower you have to pay in interest when you buy a car, house, or any type of loan, or anything that you need with credit. Your interest rate is going to be low significantly. And I can attest to that, because I have a condo in New York City, and guess what my mortgage is? $800 fucking dollars. You heard me, because I have good credit in New York City. You see what I'm saying? Plus the maintenance, I'm only paying $1,100 for maintenance and mortgage together. And that's unheard of in New York City, especially when the rent. But next, I'm giving y'all game. Next thing to do, get life insurance. Life insurance. I know people like, why do I need life insurance? I don't plan to die. But guess what? Everybody has a death day. You don't know. And you don't want to put that predicament on your family. But I have another trick that I just recently learned. And I'm kind of tight, man. Because when you get life insurance, don't get term life. You heard me. Don't get term. If you could afford it, get whole life insurance. The reason why you're supposed to do that is because it's like a policy where you gain money and you could take from it. So from what I was told, if I would have started my whole life years ago when I actually got life insurance, man, I would have had at least 50,000 sitting in the bank. Like real talk, that I could have borrowed from and didn't have to worry about, because it's always progressing, because I'm always putting into it. You see what I'm saying? So this is like, this way of whole life insurance will help your cause. Real shit. It will help your cause, because in the future, you never know what might happen. You might need money for baby or a house or a car. Who knows? All your business. You see how this puts you ahead? The next thing for sure, you should be doing this before, and you have to get disciplined with this. The next thing is learn how to save money. Make it a habit. Make it a habit, because you don't want to be like struggling and be like, dang, I don't have no money like that. Because remember, life comes at you fast. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. And I'm also saying this. As long as you're living at your parents' house and you could stay there for a little while, save up as much money as possible. And I say that because you ain't trying to be in your family's house forever. You want freedom, right? And especially if you do like me, you want to bring girls, you want to do your own thing, right? Even though you're going to be responsible, you're going to do your own thing. And trust me, it feels way better when you're on your own. But save that money. And what I mean by save money is if you live in New York City or rural, wherever you at, if you want to buy something to have something of your own, save at least like, $20,000. I know it sounds like a lot, but if you put away a couple $100 every month, it will grow. Trust me. If you save it, it will get better. Just remember that. But the next thing, especially when you're 18, around 21, get your driver's license and get your gun license. I know some like, get your gun license. Why? Why do I need that? First off, your driver's license, that's self-explanatory. Because when you have your driver's license, you could get a job driving a company car or anything. You know what I'm saying? Any type of driving job, delivery, you get it, etc. Number two, a gun license, you get a job with that too. Like I don't really rock with the police and law enforcement, but if you into that, you could do that. Or the Brinks truck. I know you do know the Brinks truck. See, if you have your gun license, the opportunities will open up for you. Plus, you're being responsible because adults deal with gun licenses and licenses. So the best the most documents that you could get, the better for you, because that's opening up options and doors that might not exist if you didn't have them. Another thing, the next thing, please, I'm begging y'all, get your passport and travel. You know what I'm saying? The world is way bigger than the United States. Like, travel around the country, cool. But remember, once you leave the country, you never come back the same. And what I mean by that is, as soon as you leave the country, you're going to see how the world operates in other cultures. You see what I'm saying? Because I went to Thailand, I went to DR, I went to a few places, I went to Vietnam, and certain things seems similar, but the culture is so different. You understand how cultures interact with each other and how they view you and how the world views you and how you view the world. And that opens up your mind. Trust me on that. Especially like when you go to the beaches and you realize, wow, the world is way much more beautiful and vast than what you thought it was, because that opens up your mind, your heart, and it elevates your soul, because it helps you realize, man, what else is out there? Because the world is so big. You can't really see that when you're stuck on the block. You know what I'm saying? This is why I tell people, like, I don't care where you at. Travel around the world. See the world. Because that's going to make you stronger and better and more wiser. And if you could, on this next one, this is important, because even though life is important, but this is hard because this is your natural instincts when it comes to nature. Try your best not to start a family straight out the gate. You know what I'm saying? At least give yourself until like around like 20, after 25, you know what I'm saying? Then you could, have kids, whatever, if you want to. But the main thing is set yourself up first. Worry about your money, worry about your career, and worry about love is important. Don't get it twisted. You can keep that in the pocket, but just don't enact on it. And what I mean by that, protective sex. Protect yourself at all times. Please, because trust me on this. You know how many friends I know that's on child support? Lord have mercy. You do not want to be on child support when you're working hard and half your check is garnished by your crazy ex that's about to have your baby. You bound to drown. You don't want to be in that type of battle. Woo! And this is next. Speaking of that, learn. And the reason why I know that is the next best thing to know. Learn from other people's mistakes besides your own. See, one thing you have to understand is a smart man learns from his mistakes, but a brilliant man learns from others' mistakes, so he won't have to make them and recycle that same pain. Trust me. And the thing is, when you see somebody in a bad situation, do not laugh. Learn and listen, because guess what? Karma comes hard. And life is fast, because you might be laughing at somebody else and that same type of problem could be happening right to you next week, next year, who knows? So the best thing, if somebody's going through some hardship and you see it, don't laugh. Listen and learn from their mistakes, because that could save you a whole lot of trauma. Trust me on that. But it's not even a game. But also, one main thing that when you start progressing in life, and say you have a job and you went to school and you actually have your life a little bit together, try your best to buy property. Buy property, because I'm going to give you an example. When I needed certain money, when I bought my condo, I did a refinance, you know what I'm saying? And I got me some change on the back end to actually fund my business and fund other things that I want to do, like travel, business. It's all up to you, but just be responsible when you buy property. Don't just refinance and take money out and splurge. Don't do that. You hold that money, flip it, open up a business, be smart with it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you pretty much playing chess with the money. You know what I'm saying? You playing chess with your money, but the back end money from the bank that you got from your house, which is called equity. Meaning your house, the property that you have, gains equity. Meaning when you pay the mortgage, there's a certain amount of money of assets that is put to the side that actually gains increase. Meaning your property is going to gain an increase because the market. You see what I'm saying? The housing market is going to fluctuate, but if it's on the top end, no matter what, especially where you're at, especially New York City, everything is going up. So if you own it, if you own your property before it goes up, you're in a great position. Because when I cop my condo, like, I'm in a studio. Don't get it twisted. I ain't balling yet like I want to, but soon come. Because, you know, we thinking on a positive level. Think about this. I brought my joint for like 120, right? Refinance, it went up to 150. You know what I'm saying? But guess how much it's worth? My condo already is worth $200,000. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not selling it. Don't get it twisted. Do not sell your property. Rent it out or Airbnb that thing. Trust me. Thank me later. Oh man, see, I'm dropping some good bombs on y'all, man. If you just apply it, learn it, and do what you could do with it. But also, make smart investments like cryptocurrency. You see how the world is changing with that. That's about to take off. So if you know cryptocurrency, or if you know anything of that nature of investments like stocks and bonds and investments, try to make smart investment choices, whether it's investing in a business, investing in stocks. But this is one thing y'all need to remember. Do not put all your money into something that if it fails, you're going to hit rock bottom. You only put something in to invest that you're willing to lose. Some people are big gamblers, but yo, don't gamble your life away on an investment. Trust me. I don't want y'all to commit suicide or nothing like that, man. I want y'all alive and well. Trust me. And this is one of the main things that when you even pass certain age, if you my age, I'm 37, by the way, if I didn't say that in the beginning. But a matter of fact, I did say, see, I'm getting old, so, but don't tell nobody. But anyway, but I ain't old yet, B. I will still knock you out, but we not going there. Always learn a new skill. Always learn a new skill, because new skills could give you new thrills in the world that you never thought could open up access and doors. Like, because I learned a new skill at like 34. I was a secretary working in the hospital, and then I learned a new skill. Now I'm an EEG tech. You know what I'm saying? I'm making a little bit more money, but that's not the end game. We trying to ownership. You know what I'm saying? And the last but not least, try your best not to invest in depreciating assets, man. Like, first off the gate, don't waste your money on like a lot of clothes, like, cause I'm guilty of that. I like, real talk, when I was at my mom's crib, I was making money, no comment, but I wasn't always, you know, on up and up, but I was making money, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, when I was moving from my mom's house, like over 15 years ago, I seen mad bags of clothes that I didn't even touch. And I'm like, bro, when I actually calculated how much money that is, son, I was pissed at myself. Son, was damn near 10 grand in those big, them big black garbage bags. I had 3 big black garbage bags full of clothes, and I couldn't do nothing with it. I was like, yo, Ma, send that to down south to the kids that could wear it. Even though it went to some use, I looked at it like, damn, bro, I just wasted $10,000, and that could have been a brand new car. That could have been a trip to another part of the world, like Africa or something. Or think of the spots that you want to go, that you think is beautiful. I want to go there too. And when I looked at that money, I'm like, damn, bro, we might do a part 2 to this, but please check this out, man. What you heard here first is certain keys that I wish I would have knew back then, like when I was 18, especially the full life insurance. Oh man, bro, if I knew that, I'll be living right now. But main thing is, stay ahead of the game. I just dropped some gems on y'all. There might be a part 2 to this, man. Stay dangerous. Much love. And you have been tuned into the Spoon Fed Podcast. Like, subscribe, and share, because this could save a life, man. You know it. Much love, y'all. Till the next time.